Good morning. Welcome to Vlogtober day 2 for me. I know I'm like a week behind y'all. I was not committed to Vlogtober, but I wanted to just do something new and do something different and just get out there. And I watch them all the time, but I was like, Sierra, you can do this. Do some vlogging, girl. Get creative. Put your creative hat on. So that's what we're doing. So welcome to Vlogtober. Make sure you comment, interact, like, subscribe, you know, all those things, you know, if you want to. No pressure, no pressure. But it's Sunday morning, so by the time y'all see this, it'll be Monday. I am deciding on whether or not I want to make some just regular coffee or a latte. I don't even know how many coffee beans. Do I got enough coffee beans in here to make a latte? I think I'm gonna do a regular coffee. I just don't feel like doing all that pajazz with a latte. So we just gonna do a regular coffee. Yeah, my mama bought me this robe. It's actually a 3-piece set, but I only have on the robe because I didn't put on the whole set this time. But I just have on like a tank top and some pajama pants. Perks of living with your parents. I guess. All right, so let me boil some water. I'm just gonna boil some water in my little kettle here because I do French press for my coffee. So that's what we're gonna do. All right, so we have the water brewing, boiling for our coffee. I'm about to do some work this morning. I'm going to Georgia later on today to do some family pictures for my sister and her family. So, and her dad's side of the family. So I'm doing some group photos for them. And yeah, so this morning I'm gonna listen to Pastor Darius Daniels Change Church, and then I'm going to also work on the vlog for today, for Sunday, that's gonna come out. And then what else do I have to do? Nothing much really, just kind of hang around until it's time for me to get on the road. Get down. Y'all done dirty up this glass. Come on. Sit. 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 Kofi, sit. I don't let him come in until he sits, y'all, because Kofi likes to get happy and jump and do all of that extra stuff. Sit. 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 Good boy. Now you stay. Just look. Don't knock me over. Oop, I need to get some gas. Y'all, we are headed to Georgia to do family pictures for my sister and her family on her dad's side. So it takes me about 2 hours to get there, so I am hopefully gonna be on time. I'm leaving a little bit early, so a little bit early, not a lot of it. I do need to get some gas, so I should have did that yesterday, but oh well. I'm gonna get some gas, probably get me something to snack on for the road, and then just get on the road. So I will see y'all when we get there. Oh, ow. One more time. Do it again. One more time. 98. Good job. Thank you, Keith. Hey, y'all. Hopefully my video will stay in focus. I'm focusing on the road, so if it doesn't stay in focus or if it's going back and forth, apologies. But I can't really do a whole bunch of adjusting because I'm driving. But I wanted to take this time to kind of talk to you all, give you an update of what has been going on since, you know, my last video and well, my last video a few months ago, and then my videos today, my new vlogs. So in between that, I have moved from North Carolina back to South Carolina. And my reason for moving back to South Carolina pretty much consisted of the fact that my mother, she became ill, or I don't want to say she became ill, but she was diagnosed with cancer earlier this year, right? And at that time, she wasn't really doing well as far as how she felt. She didn't really feel like herself, and she needed a lot of help. My sister and her husband are currently staying with my parents temporarily, so it was good to have them there. And then at the time, I also had another sister and her family that lived close by, but they moved to Georgia, which is who I'm going to go shoot today, or capture today. So with that being said, my lease was coming up in North Carolina, and my mom had chemo appointments coming up. She's also the caretaker for my father, so it was just a lot, and I just felt like I needed to be closer to home. So I took the opportunity to, when my lease was up, move back to South Carolina. With that being said, did I necessarily want to move from North Carolina so soon? No, I didn't. I actually like North Carolina. I wasn't planning on staying in Greensboro forever, but maybe looking at Charlotte, other places within North Carolina, I was interested in that. But life happened, and it made more sense for me to just be closer to home. So that's what I did. Now, months before I moved, I kind of knew that this was coming up. So I looked for other places for me to live. I toured apartments, and I specifically toured lofts that I was interested in because I've always wanted to live in a loft. And we have quite a few in Greenville from old mills that they've turned into lofts. So I was really interested in that. And I had toured a couple of them, but there was one in particular that I had visited twice, since coming back home to South Carolina, like just traveling back and forth. I had visited that one twice, and they had none available at the time, so I was put on a wait list. But something came up close to time for me to move. So I was like, okay, yes, it was a 2-bedroom. They sent me the floor plan, but I had not actually did a tour of that apartment. So I asked them if they could send me video and picture. And they, for whatever reason, could not. So I just prayed and said, okay, hopefully I like it. Hopefully it's a go, and it is what it is. So time comes for me to move. I hired movers, which were 2 guys that were very, very helpful. From 2 men in a truck, they were very helpful. Moved me from North Carolina to South Carolina. And mind you, I'm so excited because I'm getting my loft. I get there, y'all, and I actually got to the apartment before the movers got there, and it was not what I expected. It was a lot smaller than what I imagined, because the ones I toured had a lot more space. It was a lot more light. The windows were 11-foot windows. I did not know that there were apartments or lofts that did not have those 11-foot windows. They had me on a bottom floor, which was level 0. Not level 1, level 0. So imagine this. When you go in, the windows were high up. Like, they were my eye level. They were not 11-foot. They were short windows. And I was seeing underneath cars. So it was kind of like I was in level 0, like a basement type level. So with that being said, I was not getting the lighting that I wanted. The windows were not 11-foot like I asked for, or like I thought all of them had. The lighting was not there like I asked for. It was very dark, and I specifically told them the things that I was interested in as they asked. It was very dark, and it just felt like I felt claustrophobic as soon as I went in there. The apartment was very small. The rooms were very small. Like, I felt like it was smaller than where I was coming from. It just was not what I had toured or what I asked for. So the lady told me that, hey, well, if I were to move in, if the movers were to drop my things off, I would have to pay a fee to move out. And I did not want to do that. So I had no choice, and I'm grateful that I had the choice, but I had no choice but to move back in with my parents that day. So I had like 10 minutes because the storages were about to close. I called a storage. I was close by. My friend told me which storage to kind of go to that she was using before. So I called them. The lady was kind enough to give me the storage within like 10 minutes. And then I told my movers, like, my mover, he was kind enough to tell me what size storage to ask for, because I had no clue. Like, I didn't know what I was getting myself into. So I was so upset. I was crying. I mean, I went back into that leasing office and told the lady, I was like, I don't like this. I was crying. I was upset. I let her know. I asked for pictures. I've asked on multiple occasions, and I have it on email where I requested it. And yeah, that was actually my first time talking to this particular lady that was giving me my keys. So I say all that to say I was very disappointed. Even more so disappointed because I had just came from a place, and I could have possibly, because I actually ended my lease there a little early, so I could have just stayed there until I found a plan B. Like, I just could have done so many other things. And also, I didn't want to necessarily move in with my parents. Like, I have a dog, I have a ton of things. I didn't want to put my stuff in the storage. Like, I had not packed thinking that I was putting stuff in the storage. So there were things that I boxed up that I really need, and I just had to put it in the storage. The movers did ask me, hey, are there any things you need for us to leave out? But the only thing I could think of was my pressure cooker. And but I think I have like a box with like my camera stuff in it. Like, that was like it. I couldn't think. I was so frustrated. It was hot that day too. I didn't have time to be looking and seeing what boxes were what. I had my boxes labeled, but there was a lot of boxes. I just didn't feel like going through that. So I just told them to just throw everything in the storage. That included my cable box that I had to turn into AT&T. I boxed that up because I pretty much boxed everything, thinking that I was going to unbox and store everything. So my AT&T box is still in the storage. I had to call AT&T and tell them what happened, but ultimately I ended up having to pay a fee because I can't give them the box back. Not right now anyway. So I told them what happened, so they have it on record, and I just went ahead and paid the fee. It's like, and I tried to get the box, but I think it's like in the very far back of the storage, so I can't. So just things like that. My friend, though, she made a good point. Yesterday we were at breakfast, and she was like, you never realize until situations like this happen how much stuff you can actually live without, because I have a lot of stuff that I don't have, and she's right about that. I didn't think about that, but it's a lot of stuff that you can live without. I had to buy like a few more clothes, because all of my clothes for the most part are in the storage. Like, I have a few baskets of clothes and jeans that I had with me in a suitcase, but everything else is pretty much like all my winter stuff, my boots, everything is like in the storage. So I had to do a little bit of shopping, nothing major, but a little bit of shopping. Buying like hairbrushes and stuff, stuff like that I was gonna have. But when I say all this to just say, like, I was very disappointed and darn near depressed for like a week or so. And I know it's easy to say, well, Sierra, you have somewhere to go, you can stay with your parents, you can spend time with your parents, which I am grateful for. But I think for me, it was just the fact that I had my hopes up and I had a plan, and I was still wanting to have my independence as far as being on my own. But I do believe, I know everything happens for a reason, and I'm trusting God to bless me with what I want, like the place that I want, where I need to be, where He wants me to be. Like, I just pray that He reveals that to me. Right now, I guess He wants me to be home, and so it is what it is. A lot of things are also unfolding, like my job that I just started a few months ago, they are having layoffs right now. So really, it doesn't make sense for me to do a whole bunch of moving around right now, and I don't feel that with this job at this time. So and they've been having conversations with us, preparing us. So I am currently, looking elsewhere, praying, and just preparing for what could come, but trusting God to help me and be with me regardless. So moving out and doing all the things, and if I was in that apartment, like just moved in, and that was going to be more than what I'm normally paying, for rent usually, I could really be stressed because of that. So that's another plus, that I don't have to be in that situation. I paid off my car back in May or April, so I don't have any major bills. Like, I don't have rent, I don't have a car note, but I do have bills. I'm a grown woman, so I do got stuff I gotta pay, but nothing huge, So right now, it doesn't really make sense for me to do a whole bunch of moving just because of everything that's going on. But that's just really what's been on my mind. So I shot my last wedding in September, and I have not done a lot of photography since then, well, any since then. So this family session will be the first shoot since that wedding at the beginning of September. And I just hadn't been in the mood. You know, I just hadn't been in the creative mood just because I have had a lot on my mind. And it's okay. You know, when you have things that you're going through, a lot of times I compare my situations to other people's situations. Like, oh, this could be me, or this could be my situation. And it's true, but how you feel, I truly feel that how people feel is valid. You know, whether they're right or wrong, I feel like sometimes if people feel a certain way, that's their opinion, that's their feelings, that's how you feel. And it's okay for you to, you know, feel how you feel, but then, you know, what are you going to do to get you out of that funk, and what are you going to do to make you feel better? And for me, I had to pray, continue to pray, reading my word, getting in the Bible more, and just finding joy in other places, because my joy just was really, I just felt defeated. Even with me starting this new job, like I had started this new job and I didn't have a desk. Like when I moved here, I didn't have anything, and I'm like, ugh. Like I imagine having an office space. That's why I got a 2-bedroom, so I can dedicate one to like an office or studio space. Like I just imagine it. So I'm getting my parents' house. I got dogs. And I have nowhere to work. Like what the heck? So I went ahead and got my desk out of the storage, and my mom has extra rooms upstairs, so. And she had actually redecorated one of the rooms, so I used that room for my office. I put my desk in the corner, so it works out great now. And I'm upstairs, so I'm not downstairs with Kofi when he gets in his fits and barking, you know, so I can work upstairs and still work from home. So I'm grateful for that, but it's just, you know, it's okay for you to feel how you feel in the moment, just don't stay there. And that's what I'm currently trying to do by me vlogging. That's one of the things that I'm doing as a getaway from being here. Like, stop staying in my head and start doing things that give me joy and bring me joy, because the situation that I'm in right now is completely temporary. It's only temporary. I'm not gonna be, you know, staying with my parents forever. I'm not gonna be in this situation with my job forever. Either I'm gonna be with this place or I'm not, this company or I'm not. And if I'm not, there's other jobs out there. You know, like I'm not gonna be stuck. I'm just believing God to whatever it is in this season to help guide me, because one, I ain't never been unemployed, you know, like never. So if this happens, this is gonna be a new for me, a new transition. But I mean, I figured, hey, I will take a little break. I have a savings. I have, you know, some stuff saved up. I can kind of chill for a little bit, but I still need insurance and stuff. Like I have health, I have medicine that I take, I have different things, so I still want my benefits. So that's why, like, when people do, entrepreneurs, more power to you. I enjoy having a 9-to-5 because I know I have a steady stream of income, and also I have benefits, you know, so, and insurance, you know, so I enjoy having a 9-to-5. Do I really want to work? No, but I mean, that just makes me feel I'm comfortable and stable with a 9-to-5, you know. But it is what it is. So that's what I'm preparing for, or just, you know, getting my mind prepared for, but trusting God no matter what. That's what I'm working on doing, you know, keeping my faith and just doing whatever I need to do to get to where I need to be. And I know right now this is just a temporary block, just temporary. So I'm praying to God to my next place to be a place of my dreams, a place that I would love, you know, a lot more space, you know, a backyard for Kofi. Like, I just want a lot of different things. Eventually I want a new car, even though this car is pretty fine right now, but eventually a few years from now I wouldn't mind getting me a little Range Rover or something, you know. So, and that's, you know, me watching vlogs and watching social media a lot. Sometimes I do compare myself because I want that aesthetic sometimes. You know, you want to be independent. You want to be able to decorate, do the things that you want to do. And I can't do that right now. You know, I'm staying with my parents, and that's not something that I thought that I would have to do. But here we are. So it is what it is. I'm grateful for the opportunities that I do have to spend with my family. So that's that. But that's the update. That is the update. I don't want to, you know, bore you too long, but just wanted to let you know, for those of you that don't follow me on TikTok or, you know, social media, that you understand where I'm at now and what my plans are for the future. But you should not hear me dwelling on this anymore. This is just an update for everyone that didn't know. So in the next videos, I won't really be talking too much about this. So if you don't know, I'll probably just reference it back to this video for people to get the update. But I'm just gonna not dwell on this, and I'm gonna speak positive things. I'm going to be positive going forward and just call out what I want, speak out what I want, and speak as if things were how I would like them to be, you know? And having faith first and foremost. So that's what my plans are. Alright, so let's come on in. Come on in. What is going on? Where you going? Go down.
Donald, over there. You're in the vlog, which is going on her website.
Oh.
Cheese, dude!
Y'all keep cheesing.
I'm gonna get you. Cheese smells.
Look at Oliver in that picture. Look at Oliver in that one more full body. Oliver, just put on the picture.
Give me one with teeth, baby. One with teeth. 1, 2, 3. Come on, Denise. There you go. Yeah.
Perfect.
Them pretty teeth.
Oliver.
Them teeth is pretty.
She having a whole breakout on her face.
Are you filming recording?
Yeah.
Do you?
She's gonna create a vlog.
Do you?
Yeah, give me.
But now you do your spin. It's beautiful.
We did it, Miller Trip 2022, baby.
Hello. Hi. This is the $1 Million Vlog.
$1 Million one day.
This is Photoshops for Photoshop.
I'm done. Not Photoshop.
You're on a video.
Come on, Grace, what you got, baby? Give us what you got.
Right, who do we have? Who's up?
Oh, it's me, Arden,
Hi, Arden.
and I just like to say that. You know, we all know.
What are you saying?
And I just want to say that I'm so happy to be here. And the winner gets $1 million. First person to start with an A. First person's name starts
No,
with an A.
you through. Yeah, next. You running out.
Hey girl, what's up? What's up? Yeah, you, what's up? Hey girl.
This little.
Hey.
What is she doing? Oliver. Hey.
Hey.
I look at the camera. Shoot.
Hey, Eileen.
Who is that?
Yeah, you took such great photos.
Thank you. I hope y'all like them. I think they're gonna look really good.
Great job taking such amazing photos. Cannot wait to get those photos.
Oh,
Great
thank
job.
you. Some people don't like this.
I
Oh, say it again. Say it again to the camera. This little. Say it again. Say hey, Cece. I have to show mama.